Hello guys, welcome to today's presentation. For today's presentation, I do have a transdermal serum infusion, also known as nano needling. I'm very excited to share this information with you guys. For instance, does anyone know anything about nano needling? What is this service good for? What are the contradictions? Or perhaps who can perform this type of service? How much does it cost? And how many services would you need to really maintain that skin healthy and plump? Well, worry no more. You're in the right video, so let's get started. So let's talk about who can perform nano needling. So nano needling falls in the scope of practice of an esthetician, meaning that the esthetician is able to work from the underarms towards their head, which falls in the scope of practice. So it's very, very important to make sure that you are following the state guidelines and regulations, and really understand what you're able to do as an esthetician to make sure that you are practicing in the scope of one state. For example, here are some services in South Carolina that you're able to perform as an esthetician: facial, terminal hair removal, and nano needling, to name a few. But let's talk about transdermal serum infusion, also known as nano needling. It's a non-invasive transdermal serum delivery system. This nano infusion process is done with a handheld stylus that taps the nano cartilage up and down on the skin. The stylus has thousands of microscopic pyramids that penetrate into the skin epidermis. So I'm going to go ahead and put a picture here of where we're able to work as an esthetician with nano needling. So here is what you're able to work with. These cartilage are thinner than human hair, which is really, really crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull a strand of my hair. And this is going to mimic basically how thin the pyramids are in the cartilage. I'm pretty sure you're not able to see this, but if you are, you have great vision. But it is really, 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 really thin. That's how thin the pyramids in the cartilages are. So I'm going to go ahead and put a picture here, kind of describing the layers of the skin and where it penetrates the serum with the nano needling. So when they touch the skin, it forms as much as 2,000 nano channels. These micro channels help the serum penetrate deeper into the skin barrier to stimulate collagen production in your skin, which is amazing. That's what we want. We want to have that plump skin. So let me show you what a nano stylus pen looks like. So I have one here, and you can, I believe, get this from Amazon, or you can get this directly from their website. So this is how the stylus looks like. This is how the stylus pen looks like. As you can see here, it is a very lightweight. It doesn't have too much weight, but it does have 3 speeds. So these are the cartridge here, which look like this. I am not going to go ahead and open it because we do not want to contaminate this cartilage, especially if we're not going to be using it anytime soon, or we're not going to be using it right now. But I will insert another picture here, and you guys get to see how a nano cartilage looks like. You'll be able to see those tiny pyramids that really penetrate into the skin epidermis. But I really wanted to show you guys these cartilages, and of course there's different ones, but we are going to just be using the nano one. Alrighty, so I do have my stylus pen charging, but I do want to show you a couple things about the stylus pen. So if you go ahead and just press it for like a second or two, it will turn on, and you guys can hear this is the first level, or the first setting, and it has, I believe, 4 settings. Let's see, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it has 5 settings, and then on top, hold on here, on top it has, I know it's going to be really tiny, but it has numbers going around, and basically that's how deep it's going to penetrate into your skin. So the setting is how fast it's going to go, and then the numeral number is how deep it's going to be going into your skin. Now keep in mind, this is nano needling, so it's not going to go anywhere near your dermis. It's going to be more of your epidermis, or it could be your stratum corneum, which is going to plump that skin to really stimulate those fibroblasts, to really stimulate that collagen inside and make sure that your skin is nice and plump. Some pens have 3 setting levels, some pens have 5. This one, I believe it has 5, as you guys heard. A quick suggestion or a quick tip is always start with the first setting with your client, and then depending on their response or their gestures, you can definitely move it to the second setting, the third setting, and so far on. So who can receive a nano needling service? Anyone that has a condition of fine lines and wrinkles. Crow's feet would be really good for and as well as saggy skin. Promote the nano needling is collagen, plumpness, hydration, or anyone that has dry skin as well can benefit from the nano needling. Overall, it's going to create a nice smoothness and plump and hydrated skin. The nano needling is safe for all Fitzpatrick, so you can be a Fitzpatrick 1, you can be a Fitzpatrick 5. Something to really look into when you are working with a Fitzpatrick 3 to 5 is really make sure to look at the gesture of the client. Are they having a lot of redness, such as erythema on their skin? If so, make sure to lower the setting of your stylus to really accommodate for that, because you do not want to create any more damage to the skin, because we're trying to create that collagen. We're not trying to break down the skin. Also, you can use different types of serums. You don't always have to use a hyaluronic acid. Usually with nano needlings, we start with a hyaluronic acid. That's just like a basic, but depending on the skin client needs and desires, or after really doing the skin analysis and know exactly what they might need, you can do a hyaluronic acid for hydration, vitamin C for pigmentation, an aging serum that's going to have peptides into them, that's going to really help the client overall. Here are some nano needling benefits. It enhances product absorption, meaning that it's really going to penetrate that product into the skin and really plump it and hydrate it. It's going to increase hydration. It's going to trigger the natural regenerative process of the skin. It's going to increase circulation, because you are moving the skin circulation, by doing circular motions. It's going to soften the fine lines and wrinkles. It's not going to take them away completely, because there's no such thing as removing wrinkles, but it's really going to soften it up. It's going to even out the skin tone. It's going to improve the skin texture. In some cases, it can improve acne, but you also got to be very, very cautious and careful with that. It's going to boost collagen production, stimulate elastic production, and so far on. And here are some contradictions with the nano needling, meaning these are something that we cannot do if they have one of the following, such as pregnancy, psoriasis, active or inactive, extensive telangiectasia, which are spider veins, Accutane within the 12 months, because you will really damage the skin barrier or the acid mantle, and it would be no good for you or for the client. Active herpes or blisters, cold sores, such as that. If they have history of cold sores, please take an antiviral 2 days prior to the service. That can help them for them to be able to receive the service. And sunburn, oh, that would be really, really bad if you do nano needling with sunburn. And those are just to name some pros and cons of the nano needling, but everyone is safe. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. Most of us are good to use nano needling. So as you guys saw, troubleshooting is very, very important. This is a brand new nano needling stylus pen, so it did not come charged. So that's something that you do not want in your room to happen to you. You want to make sure that your nano pen is charged. It comes with a long charger, and you can just plug it in, charge it for a couple hours, and then unplug it. So make sure to always have your nano needling stylus pen charged. Make sure that your cartridges are not damaged or broken. So before starting, you also want to have gloves on and try not to touch the tip as much as possible. But you're able to notice if it's broken or damaged. So make sure that you always double check your cartridges. Also, if you're able to, make sure that you have two, just in case something happens during the service, or you just notice that it's broken and you're already in the treatment room. You have an extra one, and you do not need to leave the client by themselves in your treatment room. I'm pretty sure no client wants that and be like, stop the service, have to like exit the room to grab another cartridges. You just want to be as professional and prepared as possible. So I'm gonna put this away and put this here. So I want to show you guys the setup of a nano needling. Required to have a carafe with hot water, a steel bowl so you can put that water in, a palette with your products, meaning your double cleanser, your prescribed cleanser, and your finishing products, a small towel for placement, your nano pen, your tips, and your hyaluronic acid or your choice of serum depending on your skin analysis, 2 towels, and a headlamp if needed. So I do have Sasha here with me. We have become really great friends. We talk to each other, keep ourselves busy. So I'm gonna go ahead. Also, this service, you can do a 30-minute service. You can also do a 50-minute service. I will just be showing you guys like a quick 30-minute service. And we can always implement a nano service with any facial. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate you guys with Sasha here how this works. I'm going to demonstrate the process with you guys. So basically you would do a skin analysis on the skin. Make sure that you listen to the client. Make sure you understand what her desires are. So if she's saying something like, I feel like my skin is sluggish, I have a lot of fine lines, a lot of wrinkles, I really want to soften them up, especially my crow's feet. So you will know that, hey, like, I feel like we can definitely do a nano needling service on you to really promote that collagen on your skin. It's going to really penetrate in your epidermis, in your stratum corneum. That is going to really send those fibroblasts to stimulate the collagen there. So you will do, like I said, your skin analysis, make sure all that good stuff. You would double cleanse with your vitamin veil or your prescribed cleanser. I'm going to do some exfoliations, your enzyme or anything like that. And then you're going to do some extractions if she has any. You will do them at that point. And then you would now do your nano needling service. So like I said, I will, one second, cartridge. I will not be opening a cartridge only because I do not want to contaminate and waste this cartridge here. So I'm just gonna basically stimulate it like I do have one and show you. Now I do have hyaluronic acid here, and this is gonna help with the hydration and boost the collagen on the skin. So basically you will also have a bowl of water with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and you will place the hyaluronic acid on your palette. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it directly on her. So, and then you're gonna do circular motions around her skin, like so. If you notice that it has dried out or anything like that, you can always grab water and activate that hyaluronic acid. I'm gonna go ahead and press the button, and I'm gonna do, let me do 1.5 on the forehead, because your forehead is not very cushioning or anything like that. Remember, I do not have a cartridge just because I do not want to waste it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do, let me move this. I'm gonna hold the skin taut and I'm just gonna do circular motions, and I'm making sure that that product of the hyaluronic acid is penetrating on the skin, but also making sure that I am looking out for any redness or anything like that. Another thing that you want to do is always ask your client how they are feeling. So, Sasha, how does this feel? Or is this enough pressure for you?
Yes, this feels absolutely fine. The pressure is perfect.
Perfect. So then you would just continue and start doing the rest. And you always want to do in circular motion. You can definitely do back and forth, but I will do that more closer to the eye. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and now move it to a 2.5. So I'm just gonna move it up. I'm gonna probably press the second setting, and I'm gonna grab some of my hyaluronic acid once again. Do circular. And you always want to work upwards on the skin, so going this way. So I'm going to hold the skin taut once again, and I'm going to just do circular motions and do the same thing all around. You can always target the area if you need to be, such as like your crow's feet, which are right here, your smile lines. And then for the eye, you can definitely do in tiny circular motions like so, holding the skin taut, or you can kind of go a little bit back and forth. So your skin is really receiving that hyaluronic acid on the skin, penetrating all the way to your epidermis, on the striatum corneum, and your skin is going to be nice and plump and hydrated. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. So basically that's how you would do a 30-minute facial. And then you of course will put your mask on and then your finishing products, and you will be done. So Sasha, did you absolutely love this service? How does it feel?
That was perfect, and my skin feels hydrated.
Perfect. So she absolutely loved her nano needling service. We're definitely going to make sure that she maintains with the nano service so she can get the maximum results from this type of service. So we're definitely going to rebook her again for a nano service in 3 to 4 weeks to give her that result of plumpness and hydration. Some side notes to keep in mind when doing a nano needling is to never reuse a cartridge. It can cause an infection. Imagine you just went through somebody's face and they have their dead skin and maybe blood was exposed. You really want to make sure that you dispose of that in your hazard sharp container. There is no downtime with a nano needling treatment, so they're able to proceed with their normal lifestyle, whatever that is. So one of the most popular questions is, can they wear makeup after a nano needling service or treatment? And the answer is very simple: yes. You're able to wear your makeup as soon as you want, but we recommend or we suggest that you just give it the rest of the day to really make sure that that hyaluronic acid or whatever serum that you use really penetrates to give you the maximum best results there is. Nano needling is recommended to start with 3 to 4 treatments every 2 to 4 weeks. After that, the results can last up to 6 months with the proper maintenance. The cost of a nano needling varies from state to state. I did some research, and the average around here can vary from $100 to $135. It is recommended to have, like I said, several treatments in order to maintain the plump of the skin, the collagen going. One thing that I forgot to tell you guys is how to sanitize your stylist pen. So basically, your stylist pen cannot go on Barbicide, obviously. It cannot be submerged in water because then you will ruin your nano pen. So basically, the way to clean your nano pen is with alcohol. Make sure that you rub it front, back, round. Make sure that you store it in a safe place. That is it for my presentation today about transdermal serum infusion, also known as nano needling. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you then.